Hey guys, Badge here. I just commentated an entire video of Wednesday Night Takeover that might not even get released today because I'm gonna commentate this instead of exporting. It's probably a bad idea, but my wife has made up bad ideas. Well, the Crazed brothers able to qualify here for a tag team championship shot at this year's Highway Robbery if they're able to get a victory over WWE superstars Akam and Rezar, also known as the Authors of Pain, who were released alongside Paul Ellering and Gallows and Anderson in a recent string of releases from the WWE. Bear Graves wearing a Hitman Heart shirt tonight. Very interesting. Well, Tiger Graves, Bear Graves, two men who are very good history. Tag team championships. Tiger Graves actually been world champion. Bear Graves been United States champion. The microphone just fell out of my ear. Give me a sec. Well, they're taking on Akam and Razor. A camera and a razor. And I wouldn't be surprised if they got the victory here tonight. After all, WWE Superstars member bad luck over here on the PWA. Not able to get much victories. However, let's see if the Authors of Pain, the real Authors of Pain, can turn this around. Well, Authors of Pain, bad position as a nice DDT lands there, spiking, I believe that was Akam, his head on the mat. Akam with a headbutt that sends Graves stumbling back. Tossing him around by the ears, it looked. Ooh. Well, obviously they're looking to get a victory here. Challenge for those tag team titles at Highway Robbery. Who knows if they'd be successful? I'm not too sure. But be interesting. Ooh, Graves hitting, I believe that's Rezar, with a shot after, I believe that was some disrespect, some bad mouth. Here, I'm gonna try holding my mic like that one guy does. I forgot his name, the one guy who's always in the void. But I'm gonna my mic like he does. See if that makes my voice clearer or higher, so I don't have to fiddle with the audio as much. Akam now walking in a headlocks. Some experience there. Is now he looks to clubbing blows on the skull. Oh my god, brutal. Well, Bear Graves currently being forced to just sit here. Very unlucky, you could say, with how he's being forced to stay in the corner of the Authors of Pain, not being allowed any time to rest. Not being allowed to tag his brother in. So, just very dangerous situation here as Rezar is tagged in. Graves still, the Graves brothers still having Bear Graves in that ring. Not by choice. Ooh, however, Bear Graves fighting back. Bear Graves gonna kick down Akam. Perhaps some ego coming in there. However, turning around, forearm to the back. Now, just playing here. Turning around. Rezar gonna throw him into the other corner. Ooh, Tiger Graves. Open him out there. Now going up to the top. Perhaps I might be looking for something. Actually looking for something on Akam. Falling headbutt. Attempted baseball slide and drop kick misses. Rolled up. Could this get the victory? No, it won't. Well, a quick series of events there. It'll be interesting here to see if Bear Graves can knock off the Authors of Pain all on his own. Looking for the playmaker. Hook that leg. It might be over. Akam breaks it up. Camera broke it up. Now that's not something I think I'd ever say in my career as a commentator. Tiger Graves in the ring now, looking to deal with the illegal partner. Now everyone except for the referee down. Well, the Graves brothers, ex-tag team champions, able to knock out the illegal partners. Wait, Tiger Graves is in the ring. I think that's either Akam or Reezer. I can't even remember now. Taking out the referee. Bear Graves now looking to lift him up. The power for a gut wrench suplex. Brutal. Now not done as he picks up Akam or Reezer, whoever the hell that is. He's calling for the crowd to be on his side. However, he doesn't notice. Oh, nice reversal there. Kick to the gut. Looking for the playmaker. The playmaker connects. The ref is still down. Graves is trying to talk to him. Tell him, get up. Get up. Count the pin. Now gonna pin Akam Reezer, whoever the hell that is. Counter ref. 2. Yes. No. What? What a kick out. What resilience from the Authors of Pain. However, rolling up there, Graves might get a chance to face the New World Order. Now, nice kick out there. However, taken down by Akam Reezer or whoever the hell that is. Calling him up. This might be a bad situation for... You know, ladies and gentlemen, now I am in my pantry. I'm wondering, will I eat Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch high protein baked bar? Do I commentate the rest of this video and stop procrastinating? Or do I just play Rainbow Six Siege because I have a love-hate addiction with that game? Who knows what I'm gonna pick, but right now I'm kicking the commentation part, which isn't really commentating anyway, because I didn't even notice Tiger Graves got tagged in. Oh yeah, I have a fridge. Did you realize that, boys? I have a fridge. Awesome. I came to play. Oi, well, Tiger Graves locking in submission. The abdominal stretch. Favorite move of Max Madman Morris. Might be able to tap out, who the hell is that? Reezer. Might be able to tap out Reezer. You know, I think I like him more when I take a sit-back approach to the commentation. Makes it less... Oh my god, something happened! And more like me having a real conversation about what happened. But I'm gonna go back to actually watching the game now as Reezer looks to lay down strikes onto Tiger Graves. Well, Graves obviously been more serious as of late. And, the exact opposite of what... Ooh, flipping around. German suplex. Kick the leg out, flipped around. German suplex. What a maneuver out of Tiger Graves. As he goes up to the top, he's going to look for that Phoenix splash. That might have just done it. Pin it. Counter ref. That'll do it. Well, Bear Graves and Tiger Graves, the Graves brothers, gonna move on and take on the New World Order at Highway Robbery today. Because it is the 21st as I commentate, but in reality it should probably be, what, Saturday? So tomorrow in lore-wise. Actually, I haven't recorded Highway Robbery yet. That's probably not good. I really should do that, shouldn't I, huh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to qualifiers for Highway Robbery. Kirk Norman, Wyndham Woods. Oh, no, what? Not Woods. Who's in this match? Seth Carter and Bray McIntyre all making their way down here tonight to try and get a victory in order to go on to Highway Robbery. See if they can grab that briefcase and cash it in. And I'm sure the man who would love to do that is actually Bray McIntyre in this matchup, because you know McIntyre, he's not one for straight up confrontation. Last time he had a straight up confrontation. The last time Bray McIntyre had a face-to-face confrontation. Exfiltrated? I'm very bad at English, folks. Confrontation. Confrontation is the word I'm looking for, I think. Well, Bray McIntyre's last confrontation was against Sean McGregor at Roll Call, and as you all know, he lost that match, and he lost his Intercontinental Championship. So now your Intercontinental Champion, Sean McGregor, Bray McIntyre. Who knows, maybe if he gets that briefcase, he'll cash it in on McGregor. Well, please welcome one half of the ex-tag team champions, Seth Carter, ex-UFC, ex-MMA, ex-Dana White's Contender Series striker, I guess you could say, or fighter, and lost his tag team titles alongside Ethan Fatu, I believe, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, if I can correctly recall, because I should be commentating this on Friday, but I didn't, and it's a Saturday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this matchup going to start up. Norman, McIntyre, and Carter all taking each other on tonight. Norman already been very ready for this matchup. McIntyre, I'm surprised he's not looking to avoid the matchup by hiding on the outside, and instead actually sort of embracing it. Perhaps been taking in some wrestling classes lately. Slam by Carter. Now Norman gonna look to hit that leg. Now looking to pick up Carter, doesn't realize McIntyre, Royal Prince McIntyre, Royal Asshole McIntyre, still here. Well, McIntyre, interesting name. Shares it with Drew McIntyre of the WWE, and you know, does not really have any of the qualities that Drew McIntyre has. Rolled up by Kirk Norman, that crucifix that he's won a lot of matches with. So it would have been interesting to see it get a victory there. A kick out there from Kirk Norman. Well, Friday Night Warzone. What do you guys think of the rename from Friday Night IWO? I personally like it more than Friday Night IWO, solely due to it's easier, I guess, coming out in the mouth. Because It's less of a load on your mouth. That sounds very wrong. Please do not quote me on that. You know, I was just thinking a while ago, Hell's Angels took on the Grays Brothers, I think, on a main event of Friday Night IWO, and I made a short out of it because a lot of stuff happened in the past 60 seconds of the last 60 seconds of the match. And when I was commentating the celebration part, and someone commented I sounded like the penguin from Toy Story. So I'm wondering if I'm going to be like in that yelling, exhausted, gasping for air state again and sound like Wheezy, I think his name was. Because I don't really want to sound like Wheezy. That probably doesn't help my reputation as a commentator. Why am I mixing I'm mixing kayfabe with this, and I'm mixing reality of this. If I sound like Weezer, if I sound like Carl Weezer, I think his name is, from Jimmy Neutron, please notify me on that immediately, and I'll probably put on voice changer because holy crap, I cannot stand sounding like Carl Weezer. Well, Norman's waiting inside the ring, just awaiting whichever competitor comes out on top. Actually, no, gonna leave and go outside to see if he can join the action. Well, Norman very recently been being very cowardly, in my opinion. But I guess you could chalk it up to fear of injury, because he is on his retirement tour, so you would not want to see Norman be essentially injured on his final year. Well, Seth Carter speaking down a downed Kirk Norman. Now he's going to look to take out Bray McIntyre, who's entered this ring, slamming him down violently. Norman runs into a big boot. Beautiful big boot. Wait a minute. What's going on up there? Wait a minute. That's Ethan Fatu, Seth Carter's tag team partner. Gotta get back there, Carter. Your tag team partner's been injured. Well, Carter's leaving the arena. Roll up. One. No. Is now both men back to their feet. Norman gonna look to lay down some blows. McIntyre might be stuck. Not a good position. Now Norman, with McIntyre on his shoulders, or actually no, on his hands, military press. Hang on, not done. Wow, what a maneuver. 1, 2, no, that won't do it. Well, Norman thought that would do it. In this match, it sort of turned into a one-on-one, because I don't think Carter's coming back. Super kick. Now, it's obvious that Bray McIntyre might not be in that good a position. Set up on the ropes. Thrown over. Looks like Kirk Norman looking for his rolling thunder. Stunner connects. Beautiful maneuver. Norman still got it. Count that, ref. It is over.
Step into the fire, feel the heat on your face. Shadows moving fast, gonna put you in your place. The ground starts shaking under every step I take. Better brace yourself, cause I'm the one who breaks. I'm the unstoppable force you can't deny. Breaking all the limits, gonna touch the sky. You can run, you can hide, but you'll never escape. When I bring the thunder, you'll feel the quake.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just saw a legend in Kirk Norman win a triple threat. Let's see if Max Morris can follow in his footsteps in his legendary status and get a victory here. Well, Ethan Fatu making his way out here after being jumped backstage. Seth Carter went out, checked on him. Fatu went in medical for a moment. It seems like he might not have showed up, but ends up Fatu going to take this match in spite of his new injuries. Let's see if Ethan Fatu can get the victory here and prove all of his doubters wrong yet again. So out comes the man who betrayed Nathan Dolox, Windham Woods, making his first entry since Climax 1.
The sun, highway ends will just begun. Brothers bound by roads untamed. Legends rise, we stake outdoors. Ride or burn, the winds are creed. Freedom flows where the engines bleed. Skies may fall, but we won't bow. This is our time, and it's here and now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Draven Dynamite, Hal Isaiah taking each other on. Two men from the Hells Angels currently going one-on-one for that United States Championship.
Screams, chasing shadows, chasing dreams. Weathered souls that steel that roars. Boundless hearts, we break down doors. Ride or burn, the winds are creed. Freedom flows where the engines bleed. Skies may fall, but we won't bow. This is our time, and it's here and now. Shadows stretch beneath the sun. Highway ends, we've just begun. Brothers bound by roads untamed. Legends rise, we stake outdoors. Ride or burn, the winds are creed. Freedom flows where the engines bleed. Skies may fall, but we won't bow. This is our time, and it's here and now. It's here and now. On fire, asphalt screams, chasing shadows, chasing dreams. Weathered souls that steel that roars. Boundless hearts, we break down doors. Ride or burn, the winds are creed. Freedom flows where the engines bleed. Skies may fall, but we won't bow. This is our time, and it's here and now. Shadows stretch beneath the sun. Highway ends, we've just begun. Brothers bound by roads untamed. Legends rise, we stake outdoors. Ride or burn, the winds are creed.
Well, it's honestly sort of strange how Isaiah got in the situation where he's taking on the leader of his squad, I guess you could call it. But Hal Isaiah winning a triple threat match a few weeks ago. Now stuck here taking on the leader, Draven Dynamite. Dynamite took Isaiah under his wing a long while ago. Been working for the Hells Angels together. Recently there was a debacle on whether or not how Isaiah had become the new leader. Of course, Draven and how Isaiah figured that out. Not backstage, but instead inside of the ring, fighting out like men. Obviously, no hard feelings after that match. Isaiah and Draven still aligned with each other. Well, how? He took on his brother, Zayn, back at Climax 1. Zayn Isaiah ultimately getting the victory in a match that saw interference from Wyndham Woods, who had showed up the first night. Wyndham Woods, Draven, Dynamite, and finally the bodyguard, Kurt Backlund, who ultimately revealed his identity in that matchup by backstabbing the Hells Angels, spearing Hal Isaiah and Draven Dynamite. Obviously, not very fun. Draven done some recruiting over the past few months. Got Dan Ting. Pin here. No, first pin for the United States champion doesn't work out. Well, Dynamite, long-time superstar here, not just in the PWA, recently from the transaction that went to the IWO and Def Zones, becoming not sister companies, I guess you could say, but brands more than their own company. And Draven Dynamite, long-time superstar of the International Wrestling Organization back when it was still its own entity. Held that United States Championship many times before. Won it off of Bear Graves at 6 in the chamber. Held on to it all the way to here tonight, where he has a chance of dropping it to a member of his own clan. Dynamite and Isaiah, two men who you can count on if you are on the same side as them, which most of our roster usually isn't. Nice middle rope diving Hurricane Rana there. It will only get him the 2 though. Yes, I was right. That would not lead to a retainment. Now, how Isaiah looking for that pop-up complication driver. That'll work out. But it will not get him the victory. No new United States champion just yet. Well, Hal probably going to be looking to finish off this matchup soon enough. Look for it. However, scraping the eyes. All's fair in love and war. Kicking Hal Isaiah in the face. However, it's a big boot. Dynamite down. United States champion down. Hal Isaiah goes to the second rope. Going to call him up. Flying diving elbow. Does not connect. Big reversal. Draven now looking for that suplex. Fisherman suplex. Hooks the leg. Gets the 1 count. Draven unable to retain just yet. Dynamite looking to retain. Misses the chop by a very considerable amount. Gut wrench suplex. Knee to the jaw. How Isaiah not allowing Dynamite any room to rest. Good reversal there. Now looking for the 619, unable to get it. Isaiah fighting out. Reversal by Dynamite. European uppercut. Now spinning leg drop. Now snapmare. Try and snap the neck of Isaiah. Not a good idea if you still want to be friends with him, but this 2 minute been through a lot worse. Tornado DDT. From the inside of the ring to the outside, and the tornado DDT connects. Grappling. Isaiah able to reverse the momentum. Throws Dynamite into the ring. Now walks on in. Reversal. Up European uppercut. What's going on here? Dynamite. Gonna give Hal Isaiah some time to rest here. It seems that as soon as Isaiah's back into a fighting condition. Ooh, tries for a big boot, unable to connect. European uppercut there. Dynamite now, gonna call up Isaiah from the corner. Running over. Actually, instead, decides to hit the ropes again. Looks for a pop-up enziguri, unable to get it. However, Dynamite able to reverse when he tries to grapple there. Double knee face buster. Ref will get down on threes. Counting it. Not enough. That might have done it. Well, I'm not sure how much more it will take to put Isaiah away, but very resilient showing here from Isaiah. That's all I gotta say. Running lariat from Isaiah. Dynamite's down. United States champion is down. Might be stuck in a bad position here. Isaiah looks to pick him up, perhaps for that electric chair pile driver. European uppercut. Wait a minute. What's going on? I personally don't recognize that music. Who is that? Who's entering right now? They're interfering with Draven's match. Draven pissed off. What is going on? Wait, it's JKO. JKO, they made a new theme song. Now, TKO Cutter. He'll run out of the ring. Draven. Oh wait, how Isaiah's trying to capitalize. Will he be the new US champion? No. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. Governed suplex, he's not done. Keeping the hold. Another one, but ladies and gentlemen, wow. Wow. That... How Isaiah not getting a victory. After that interference, after the TKO cutter from JKO, somehow still not able to get the victory. Isaiah is looking to continue to capitalize. I am in shock. Running knee. Running, flying knee. It might be over for Draven Dynamite here. He's going up on the barricade. Barricade splash. I am shocked. Are we going to see a new United States champion for the PEWA? Draven being dragged around, fighting out of it. Draven's fighting out. We saw interfering. He's somehow still managing to fight back. Picking up Isaiah now, perhaps with the momentum on his side. Reversal there, might have just ripped it away. However, Draven continuing. Put on the pressure. Isaiah runs in the ring. Dynamite runs in the ring, avoiding a count out. Victory or loss for either of these men. Isaiah sent into the corner. Dynamite's gonna flip him around. Gonna punch him in the spine. Now looking to go from the corner. Wait a minute. Oh, catching him with a pop-up drop kick. A pop-up drop kick from Dynamite. Now a slam. A suplex. Dynamite going up to the top rope. Frog splash. Get him froggy with it. Hook the leg. 1, 2, 3, Draven Dynamite retains. Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed a battle. And Draven Dynamite comes out on top. Please witness the man who is still your United States champion, Draven Dynamite. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Friday Night Warzone.